Oh man. Hello. We're back. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. Um I spent the day moving Talos Principle 2 over to my SSD, so hopefully we won't have as many potato entities. Alright, we're finally at a puzzle time. I forget who's here. Melville, Alcatraz, third man who walked away. This fellow. Byron, right.
Hey, 1K, check out these coordinates.
What coordinates? I'm realizing that I have the compass, so I want to see what this weird ship is. Like, whatever the hell it's supposed to be indicating to me here. It says there's something here. Perhaps I am not of sufficient power. Oh. Guys, I found something.
Golden gates. I wonder what's behind those.
A bridge, maybe.
Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
It's specifically that hole there that, like, makes me think I should go that way, but maybe I'll hold off for a bit. Oh yeah, there's definitely stuff up there. This is gonna be a fucking massive game, huh? Some sort of like chapel?
That sort of looks like a temple.
That's what I was thinking, something like that. Interface? It looks like a temple and, I wasn't entirely sure what to call this. It looks like a temple and sort of astronomy themed. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I do that. It doesn't seem to be active in any way, but I can't help but think the design implies some kind of significance, like it's hiding a secret. But again, maybe my imagination is getting the better of me. Well, here's what I think. We need fucking power cells to open up this fucking precursor door. Also, there's a little down here area. Praise the Omniscience! Alright. Wait, was there a thing under the stairs here? Like hidden drawings? Little dev secrets, you know? That's a big spike. Wait. Oh, that's the Golden Gates. So that is signifying. And also this big point is where I'm supposed to go.
This seems different from the other structures. Older.
Have a
Yeah.
look around, 1K.
I'm about to say, that's a normal door. Uh-oh. This looks like a secondary boot-up operation. Boot-up sequence 2, where they made other robots.
Looks
We were
like they
not the
running
only
some sort of experiment here.
one, perhaps. Oh boy. Well. HAR -1. Power grid 2 unstable. I grant you then that man is indeed... Okay, hold on. On the universe. Stratton of Stagiria. Location HAR1. Oh, HAR1 must be where we are. A fragment from Stratton's on the universe. I grant you, then, that man is indeed like Talos, and cannot escape his material nature despite the claims of metaphysics, for, as you have many times said, this is Amintus, or Amintas, Nicomachus, and Stratton are our characters here. Too many, perhaps. Repetition is the mother of teaching, at least when the students are hard-headed. But what does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we are discussing? This is the next question we must undertake to answer. We begin with the self because that's what determines our existence as individuals, but the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizens live within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle that we've discovered to a wider world and ask if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature, and if so, what follows from that fact? Footnotes. The use of the term metaphysics in this context is likely an error introduced in the Trebizond manuscript. The fragmentary Heraclean manuscript controversially uses superstitions instead. Interesting. Metaphysics and superstition used in the same manner.
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
Oh. I think this is here to demonstrate a core game mechanic. In that green and red laser, like, whatever two you mix together will turn into the third option. Because I'm seeing these beams here. I'm just thinking, you know. I wonder how the stars are going to be incorporated and how many endings there are to this game. I bet there's a few depending on your choices. What is this? It looks like something I could pull out. I've been asked to return though. But I found more. There's more stuff here, guys. There's a fucking like rock tumbler, maybe? It looks a little more complex than a rock tumbler. Maybe a generator? How do we open this door? taking that Gmod asset and smashing it into the ground? I don't know. Alright, let's go back. See what they gotta say. Slay what you need to slay. Yeah, I did check out that. I've checked out here, that's for sure. I see there's a building up top. I would like to go and check that out, if I can. It don't look like it. Maybe I'm wrong. You must at some point get the ability to ascend. There's a lot of things that seem like they want us to go there, but we have to go up. So maybe at some point we get like a little jump. Or they give us the fucking... Well. Oh, wait. Hold on. Did I... Oh. Oh. Was I supposed to do that first, perhaps?
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
Star? Maybe that's the temple. I've entered the sanctum, and now I understand why that symbol was there. Board the capsule. Okay.
I'm connecting the transport system to our interface. Hold on.
What? Oh, what? I'm confused. Okay, hold on. What's happening? What is happening? Is this where we are? I guess this must be where we are. Main puzzles, lost puzzles, gold puzzles, lost labs, and stars. Okay. I'm a little confused. I'll admit, I'm a little confused. I'm assuming this is where we are. An artificial ring-like structure on the wide lowlands east of our base camp. Is this our base camp? Our expedition's base camp on a overlooking the lake on which the megastructure is located. I see. Okay.
Where's their capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad. We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
Looks like we're gonna be alone with our thoughts for a bit, because I do still hopefully have an internal monologue. Also, look at those circles. They're circles from a distance.
This place is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
But didn't God warn us not to ascend? I do just want to explore here a little. Hoping we can see through the crack a little better. Oh, I see some puzzle over there. There's land here. Let's puzzle it up. This game is a puzzle game after all.
Is that a puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
Let's solve it and find out. 1K, go ahead.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
Right? Yeah. Okay, this is gonna get silly. That much I can tell. Oh, there's a blue, okay. Also, I apologize if I start coughing. I have been feeling quite ill recently. So, my apologies.
Whoa, I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
It's headed for the lake.
Where are you going? Oh.
I think the cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
Fascinating.
I'd
Melvin?
say.
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
The Prometheus terminal. Fire has already been freed. Seek the light elsewhere. So is that like the hint terminal? 2. I see. What? Okay, so they only work with 2. Got it. Alright, this is gonna get really weird. But I'm sort of understanding it, but I can see how this is going to get insane. I'm already like, oh no, my brain's kind of fucking freaking out here. Oh. Is that death?
I've been playing around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle.
Oh,
Collect enough
okay.
energy, build a bridge, access
Yeah.
the tower. I think.
What is this? A theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
Well, it says to go to 3 first and do them in order. But we are men of principle, so to speak. So exploration is our core goal. 8 is right here. There's another map over here. The gate is right here. A gate, you say? How deep is this water? Okay. I see a terminal. I keep forgetting that we have the, like, radar, effectively. This is Lifthrasier. From Lives of the First Companions by Randolph 777. Lifthrasier is perhaps the most mysterious of the First Companions. A wanderer and mystic by nature, he would venture far from New Jerusalem on his own, recording his thoughts as he explored harsh and distant lands. These recordings garnered him a group of devoted followers to whom he tried to impart his wisdom. 5358. I think we saw that earlier. Location Vala Extension 3. Author is Error. In the troubled time following the founder's disappearance, Lifthrasier and his disciples set out on a journey to reach the opposite end of the world by foot. They have not been heard from since. Oh yeah, we downloaded a thing.
There is a pleasure in arriving on this island. The pleasure of being the first to step foot here in hundreds of years. It is a genuine pleasure, and yet it is also banal. My presence here is of no more significance than that of every other animal. These rocks do not care who walks here, and the millennia between the presence of our ancestors and my brief journey are nothing to them. But even putting it this way is wrong. It is not that the rocks do not care. It is that in some sense they do not exist. I may stand in awe of the cliffs on the southern coast, but the cliffs cannot look back at me with contempt. They cannot do anything at all.
Tell that to the plates below ground. What's 1K like? Hey, I'm curious, has anyone actually met 1K? By the Founder's Pistons, I hope he's interested in mechanical engineering or something. We desperately need more people to keep this city functional, so we don't have to rely on Melville to repair the stuff that Pellegrino fixes. Hey, remember when you fixed the door to the mayor's office? How long was Herman stuck in there? You trapped one mayor in his office for a week, and you're marked for life. I hope he's an artist. What we really need is new stories, new ideas to lift our spirits. You know, if we just kept growing, we wouldn't have to worry about this. We wouldn't have to imprison poor 1K in a cage of expectations. 1K will be whatever the progenitor intended him to be, and whatever the founder foresaw when she established the goal. He's polite and really interested in history, which is an excellent start. So I'm not gonna name names, but some of you were a lot less impressive. Damn. Take that. Neath just fucking destroyed you. I don't know who I want to be. Still deciding. I want to explore. I'm sure the Founder's intent will reveal itself in time. I'll find my own path. I don't see a contradiction between engineering and art. I'm still deciding. That's perfectly fine, 1K. We all take some time to find our place. I didn't mean to put you under pressure, I'm just curious. But do consider engineering. Dude! What? Thanks, Yakit, for having my back. I can't remember how to properly pronounce your name, so I'll wait till someone else says it, and then I'll get it right. Not sure what to call this. Bridge ring? Bridge machine? Anyway, it's a device that takes particle clouds released by the puzzle and turns them into bridges made out of tetrominoes. Correctly assembling a bridge out of 8 particle clouds is required to reach the tower, so clearly another layer of puzzles. Simulation had tetromino puzzles too, although in a different form. Could their presence here be symbolic? I have no clue. I don't have a clue, rather. Which is still the same thing, but said in a different way. We're gonna check out what these question marks mean. Because now that I know that they're here, if they're like, oh man. Oh, that's a star for sure. Guarantee it.
Interesting monument. Decorative for another puzzle.
Oh, that's another puzzle, baby. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, there's quite a ways I can run, actually. A triangle? What does triangle mean?
It's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. Like it's all unfinished.
Or still evolving.
Yeah, have you considered that it might be still evolving? Just gonna make a fucking huge judgment call here. Oh, we have just like a normal connector. Yo. It's just a connector. Still doesn't let you do the... Oh! I see. Ah, I forgot that something has to be on that. Well, it does make it a little different. Hmm. Right, I forgot. So I can go?
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
I ran the samples I collected so far. The soil sample results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above-ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
Coot. Aha. Trevor. The life of Trevor. Trevor Percival Donovan, known to his friends simply as Trev, never as Percy, was part of an extended lifespan project that formed the backbone of the simulation and the archive. He helped put together the hardware that made all of this possible. Like Alexandra Drennan, he left behind a series of messages to the future. But unlike Alexandra Drennan or Arkady Cherishevsky, he was forgotten. Not one building or street in New Jerusalem is named after him. I dug up his files from the archive, and I've been thinking about them a lot. Author is 5358. Still at Vala Extension 1. Who is 5358? We had that that was like the earlier guy, kind of.
So I heard that Alexandra is recording these time capsules for you out there, I guess? Robot people of the future, hi. And I thought to myself, surely they'll want to hear more than the wisdom and insight of a brilliant scientist like Alexandra Drennan. Surely they also want to know what I was thinking, a dumbass hardware engineer from Staten Island. Tell us about your insights, Trevor. Why did you spend your last months on Earth helping a crazy old Russian guy build the world's biggest backup drive? Well, let me tell you my story. When I was... Yes, Frank. I'm recording right now. Uh-huh. No. You know what? Why don't you go...
Damn. He was not having it. Some puzzles seem to be disconnected from the rest. They're still functional and can still be used to power the bridge device, which means it should be possible to reach the tower without solving every main puzzle, but they don't seem to be properly integrated. Could they be remnants from a previous iteration of the design? Maybe. Seems that each of the structures on the island, with the exception of the megastructure itself, is surrounded by a cluster of puzzles resembling those found in the simulation and in our booting sequence. Completing a puzzle releases a particle cloud, which then autonomously flies into the device that assembles Tetrominos. Hey, so I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I don't know what's happening to my eyes, but when I'm reading, normally I do have double vision sometimes. And, like, I see like, they'll be left to right. Right now, it's up and down. Like, I'm seeing double, but it's up and down. I saw it earlier with my cat. I am sick a little, so it might be that, but... Anyway. So Winky found a recording of Lithrosir, and what an odd recording, too. I know he's one of the first companions, but I don't actually know that much else about him. Don't think I've ever seen him around, either. Can someone explain? Lithrosir always had an unusual perspective. Oh, its name, 11. Actually, I forget. This is an Irish name, isn't it? It's like, Knave or something. Even in the very beginning. He traveled a lot, sometimes leaving for years. He built a kind of mobile recharging station so he didn't need to come back to the city as often, although it was quite risky as the solar panels had a tendency to break rather quickly. But he had no problem taking risks if he felt they were necessary. The exploration was necessary to him. Lithrosir would record his thoughts as he explored and then publish them when he returned. Over the centuries, he accumulated a group of admirers, or disciples if you prefer. In the period of crisis surrounding Athena's disappearance, they left the city, headed into the unknown, and we haven't heard from them since. The recording I found one of those he published back in the day. No, not as far as I can tell. Perhaps it's something he decided to shelve, or something he shared with close friends like Athena. Thank you, that was informative. That's what I'm saying. I just want to get all these question marks off the map. This one's rotating pretty hard, so we gotta make a hard turn here to go grab it. Oh. Shit, man. The Dead City. From Considerations of Beings and Endings, or Beginnings and Endings by Elwyn, 258. I think all that time Athena spent in the Dead City changed her. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before. I think she believed fully in the naively optimistic ideas of Alexandra Drennan. But walking through those ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. The sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed? Many to the point of extinction. Entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrived somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback, the deaths of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's too horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realized that there was no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. Cool. Baby steps. Oh, I forgot to check who the author was of that last one. Elwyn. It's still in Vala Extension 2. Valerie Contera Romano. Baby steps. From the introduction of Are We There Yet? Where We Came From, Where We're Going, and Why You'll Need Snacks by Valerie Contera Romero. Sometimes people point at the last few hundred or thousand years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Look at what a mess we've made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it. It is ugly and messy. But the mistake is thinking that we are right now, where we are right now is the end point. That this is the adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly. Admit it, we all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus. They have soft heads. And they grow into children, tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains, and then they become teenagers, pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. Then they slowly, if you're lucky, they gradually become adults. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something. The same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely just come into existence. We've gotten through the baby phase, just about survived our childhood, and we're barely teenagers. Stopping here would be disastrous, and a betrayal of everything that we could still become. We may feel the weight of history on our shoulders, but this is just the prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, we haven't even made it out of the tutorial yet. Just because it's all pimples and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean it's never going to change. From Hypatia? Hypatia. I'm gonna call them Hypatia. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 1. Found set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes the going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easily enough, thanks to Alexander Drennan's instructions, but while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. Must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner. But then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day one, not just Athena. Tonight we have to use the 2 recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There's no telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth. Most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. So true. Alright. Question mark. That's 4. Is it a puzzle? It looks like it's a puzzle. It's one of the lost puzzles. Yep. Cool. What's good is that even when looking for, like, that's, like, the extra stuff, we can still get the, oh, how's my brain failing here? Okay. Just a blue beam? If you say so, guy. How do we open this door? Oh. We need a blue beam. Well, that's not hard. Well. Okay. We have to think a little bit here. We have a cube. Okay, hold on. Here's what we do, right? We grab the cube first. We bring it over here. Place it down right here. We elevate it. Cool, okay. Okay. Oh. Evening, sir. Okay, there's only 2 question marks left. One of them's a star, I believe. Oh, actually, we haven't come across any of those labs that it was talking about. It mentioned something about, like, lost labs. Oh. Hey. Okay.
What can I do for you?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, I was born when New Jerusalem was a lot smaller than it is now. And we had a lot of work to do.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't really interested in technical stuff, engineering and so on, but I was good at keeping things organized. So I got involved with the administration side of things. Making sure the scavenging teams focused on the right materials, keeping track of our energy usage, that sort of thing. I think we've accomplished what the founder wanted us to, and I'm proud that I helped make that happen. Byron doesn't see it that way, obviously, but I think sometimes he gets so lost in his dreams that he forgets to look at the real world.
Do you consider Byron a friend?
Of course. My best friend, in fact. And someone I've worked with hundreds of times over the centuries. A good person who cares about the world and the people in it. I just also think he's wrong about everything and extremely annoying.
I think he likes annoying you. I like that you can disagree and still be friends.
The founder taught us that we must never lose track of other people's humanity, even if they disagree with us. We're all in this together, even if we can't always see eye to eye.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my eyes fucking unclouded. Worried that I'm like going blind as we speak.
It's obviously impressive, but I think we should be very careful. We're dealing with powers we don't really understand.
That is true. What do you think about that lab I found?
I think the only reason to build a lab in so remote a location is because you're trying to hide what you're doing. Or because what you're doing is dangerous.
What does the goal mean?
To me, it means accepting a certain amount of humility. Our ancestors thought they could master the world with no regard for any other organisms. They failed to see themselves as part of a greater whole. I think the founder realized where they went wrong and tried to offer us a different path. A path where we have a place in this world, but the world is not ours. Well, puzzles, or trials, as Elohim calls them, were used as part of the process that created the founder. And they're still part of how we're born. They symbolize the human ability to understand the world and solve problems. But nowadays, they don't have a practical application. They are a common motif in the arts, though. The only physically existing puzzles I can think of are in the Museum of the Simulation. So, to answer your question, no idea.
Oh, sorry. I was once again trying to fix my eyes. Alright. Question mark! Oh, it's another one. Don't freak out, guys, but I found another hidden lab. It's got another big tumbly in it.
This is very similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
It's very true. It has Doom explosive barrels in it.
Check out the terminals. Maybe there's something that'll help us understand who built this place. They have to have left something behind.
I see. Oh. It like opens a hole in the wall. The 4.2 kill a year aridification event from BT Odiambos Anthropocene dilemmas. I can't read all these. The Akkadian Empire, forged in violence by Sargon the Great and his sons, reigned supreme over the city-states of Old Sumer. Enriched by trade with distant lands, fed by the plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia. I know it's Mesopotamia, but I pronounced it silly for the bit. The empire bestrode the world with confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen of Anu and Enlil, the masters of the four corners of the world? Then the weather changed. The crops stopped growing. Trade collapsed. The empire fell. Its capital forgotten. Most likely culprit at the time of writing is the 4.2 kill a year aridification event. The beginning of the... Oh man, I can't fucking read. My eyes are going crazy. Megalayan Age? A non-anthropogenic drought that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the earliest civilizations around the planet to collapse. This is where our ordinary understanding of time, measured on the small scales of human history, collides with the reality of deep time and our existence within a much bigger picture. We live on a changing planet in a changing universe. Climactic optimums are temporary. Extinction is the norm. Oh man, is that actually just doubled up numbers this time, or are my eyes just fucking deceiving me? I can't tell anymore. Oh, what is going on with my eyes, dude? Holy shit. It's crazy, because even when I go just like close an eye, it's still like that. It's like my left eye is fucking me up right now. It's got like fucking, I don't know why. It's freaking out though. The first companions from a long data string. When the founder awoke, leaving the garden behind forever, there were 2 more whose bodies had been anointed by the progenitor. The gold disc breathed life into them, and their names were Eustathius and Cornelius. The founder showed them all she had discovered. Together they explored the dead city and saw the ruin to which humankind had fallen. It was then that the founder understood that the sins of the past must not be repeated, and that only through humility could the future be saved. Aside from Cornelius and the Eustathius, I gotta get that name down because we're gonna read it a lot in the future. There were 10 whose bodies the progenitor had not anointed in due time. Now it was upon the founder to complete this work and begin the resurrection. In this matter, Cornelius proved of great assistance. After many tribulations, the 10 were brought to life, and these 12 were born after the founder are called the first companions. These are their names: Eustathius, Cornelius, Aurora, Sun, Sarabai, Byron, Melampus, Yemo, Hypatia, Naif, Benaroya, and Lithrasir. It's funny how you can take something that's 90% true and 10% false and create something that's 100% misleading. Interesting. You think this is Dog? Think Dog's still around? Maybe. Base camp established. Version 0.02 successfully deployed. Tested core functionality. So far, so good. Version 0.03 successfully deployed. Better cooling systems necessary. Version 0.04 failed. Unknown error in calculations. Interesting. The server room. Now that I know that those doors open. How do I open that one? It looks very openable. My fucking eyeballs. Is that a question mark as well? It's hard to tell. Let's go to this question mark. I'm assuming it's another star. Certainly looks like it.
There's another one of those monuments.
Okay. Let's head back. Alright. We're almost at the big puzzle section where I start actually just doing puzzles. Also, it looks like we are officially, I haven't found the gate yet. But perhaps it only unlocks after we get the stars anyway. Anyway, let's 3 it up. Three. Castling? That's that thing that Tomar does. It's called castling. Okay. Interesting. Just trying to get a good enough understanding of this. All right. Oh, I'm getting a
I have
Discord
good
call.
news, and I have bad news. Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none.
What was the problem?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was sabotage. The whole system is a mess.
Let's not make any assumptions. Yaku, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
I love that Melville's just her holding up a fucking wrench like, get it? So does... 4. I'm coming for you, 4. You son of a bitch. Oh, I can't remember where that star was. Alternative option. Red and blue. But I can't get it through the glass. Interesting. Perhaps I'm a fool. Now this definitely feels like the one where I should be trying to get the star with it. But unfortunately the map is not as map-like as I would want it to be.
Well done, 1K.
Thanks. There's 1 star. Oh. Hi, Byron.
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem?
It's bigger than I thought it would be. It's lovely. It's beautiful but decaying. Feels like a museum. It's falling apart, man. It's fantastic. Self-contained, self-sufficient. Everything is so harmonious. It's bigger than I thought it would be.
It does look very grand, doesn't it? We had such ambitions in the beginning, but if you look closely, you'll notice the cracks. The places where it's all starting to fray. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb.
I want to ask you a question.
Of course, ask away.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm someone who was born a long time ago, when we couldn't afford to romanticize the past and demonize progress, when the value of human civilization was evident because it was so close to being gone. I'm someone who believes that human beings are important. Terribly, desperately important, because intelligent life is rare and precious. I suppose you could say I'm old-fashioned.
That's very true, but hey.
When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture. To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here, or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them. Perhaps a test.
What do you think of the megastructure?
It's a mystery. Not just because it's technologically far ahead of us, but because we genuinely don't understand its purpose. And I think that's wonderful. It's just what we needed as a civilization. Because we disagree on just about everything, you mean? Well, here's the secret. Al is honest. He believes what he believes because it seems right to him, not because it gives him power over others. I respect that. In fact, I prefer that to someone who agrees with me just because I'm one of the first companions.
I could see the sentiment. Now, I am fairly certain that there should be... I'm gonna go to this star. Is this the one that's out in the water? It is. The one that wasn't is way over here. Where was it? Puzzles going on inside there. Where in the world was that first star? I was like, man, I know exactly how to solve that when I saw it. It's similar to one of the ones from Talos 1. It involved getting a green beam out of the area. Oh, here's the gold gate.
Another set of golden gates. These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles in the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know 1K is probably like, yay, harder puzzles. But to me, that sounds like error code 704. No thanks.
Yay, harder puzzles. Wah! Ooh. That one hurt a little. Hello, 5. Jammed? Jammed? Just this then? Alright. Understood. Perhaps... Idea. Fuck yeah.
Melville, what did you just upload?
A photo?
I mean, technically you're right, but
Is that? I can't tell what that is.
how did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville. I don't even know how to make my eyes go out of focus.
Clearly, you've never listened to one of Herman's speeches.
Some of us are busy doing actual science, not just sightseeing. Thank you.
You. It's you. I found you again. Looks like we'll be solving this one right at the end. Alas. We have 6. There we go. We are doing all the puzzles. We're not skipping out on any just because we don't have to. Lumpy 6. Hi, Melville. Whoa.
What is it? Thunder's pistons. You want my autobiography now? Fine. I'm one of New Jerusalem's chief engineers. I'm in charge of city maintenance and power management. I'm old as dirt, although not quite as old as that fossil Byron. In short, old, grumpy, keep stuff running.
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies? You think I have time for hobbies? That's cute. If I had time for hobbies, all of you would be dead.
Nothing.
What do you want me to say? I like bubble baths, candy, and the concept of Tuesdays. Cities don't maintain themselves. If you don't put real effort into keeping stuff running, it all falls apart in just a few decades. Civilization is always on the brink of collapse unless we do something about it. And I do.
Yeah.
It's big. It's too big. And it's got a lot of energy running through it. Frankly, I think we should be pooping our robot pants. See, that's what I mean about the language libraries. Pooping our pants. Really? Yes, but I'm not liking the results.
What are the results?
Confusing, irritating, infuriating. Take your pick.
You ever look at one of those labs?
I did. It's interesting. The tech is a bit older, but it's been heavily modified to be more efficient. And it's not the kind of hack job you'd expect either. Whoever did this knew what they were doing. We could probably learn something from them.
Where could all this tech have come from?
I guess it could be discarded New Jerusalem tech. The mayor made us throw away a bunch of stuff that was perfectly fine, if you ask me. But I'm not sure. I'll check to see if I can find any serial numbers, and I'll get back to you.
That's all. Thank you, Melville. Being cooperative. Lumpy. Why is it getting... What's with that? Options, video... Just let the flame rate. Let's just put it at 30. Ultra. I'll just put it at high. Still gets lumpy from a distance, but a little further. Alternatives. Okay, so we have oh. How interesting. This is going to become quite the web, isn't it? Quite the wicked web we have woven. Welcome.
The bridge ring seems to be fully charged now. Try accessing the tower, 1K.
But I haven't done another puzzle. There's still some puzzles to do. Hold on. And what if it opens up the gate, huh? It won't. But what if it does? This is quite elaborate. Do I have a means of starting the puzzle? Yes. So I can't imagine it'll stay this simple, but let's start with that. Aha! And I was right. It won't be. No, certainly not. Okay. Well, in that case, hold on. Now keep itself open. God, I'm fucking gaming.
Wow, that one was a mind bender.
It was certainly something. This is Star? No. This is not Star. That. Right there, that's Star. That there, that's Star. It's time for puzzle number 8, which should also be the one where we get our first star. Entanglement. That's always good. get our... Oh my. Okay. So we can absolutely just throw up a green whenever we need to. We just need the actual ability to do so. Okay. Now, what is all of this? Okay, so we need a green for this. Doesn't appear to be anything actually in here.
Yeah, I do. I forgot to message you, but I can't at the moment. Can we make it next week? Yeah, sure. We can still hang out. I'll come back like 4 hours. Sure.
Alright. Back to puzzling. Oh. Here's an idea. Am I dumb? Am I unintelligent right now? What's happening? How do I... Whew. Okay. Hold on.
When the first man picked up the first stone, he did not do so to forge a tool. He did so to smite his brother.
Damn.
I think that was more like a recording. The entity didn't appear, and the system didn't react either.
Stars. Another reflection of the simulation.
Egats. How do we green this though? Like, I can't get it to do the thing I needed to want it to do. Perhaps I'm missing a piece of this puzzle. Ah! I am! I forgot about this! Okay. So. We need a means, really. We need a way. It looks like we do have a way. Just in case it can reach. On.
Solved all the puzzles in this area, but nothing happened. There was a brief blip in the system, though. Maybe it'll do something later. There has to be some sort of point. Might die in an attempt to get this second star, because I don't know exactly how it works. But I am going to wander out in the direction. Oh, okay. So yeah, the extra puzzles do end up at these doors. So essentially, what I'm seeing is that there's going to, if there's 2 extra puzzles each time, then we'll need, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 24 extra puzzles. Gotcha. I would like to go to the other star and attempt a thing. Yes, this is the one. I won't like it. I can assure you that. But I'm going to try it.
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze, and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition. He spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
Stratton of Sideria is back. Bridge? Oh. 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 It can be rotated, right.
I don't know if this is relevant, but St. Edwald believed that Tetrominoes represented the name of God, and God's ability to reshape the world.
True, but he was also mad as a hatter.
One man's madness is another man's genius.
I'm a bridge making fiend. Oh.
When I was booting up, I was terrible at the Tetromino arrangers.
Those are actually the only ones I was good at. What? I'm just saying.
All right. Tower. There appears to be quite the purple energy at the end of it.
Is that some kind of anti-gravity?
I'm not sure. Could be, I guess.
Hello.
In the beginning, the gods shaped humankind out of the clay of the earth and gave them life with their own breath. But who is closer to perfection, the creator or the created?
What the hell are you talking about, lady? Creators because they came from nature, and created because they came from art, not chaos. They are the same, for they share the same breath. Neither, they cannot be compared, neither because perfection is impossible.
Different words may be spoken with the same breath.
True.
When Prometheus saw that humankind was more alike in nature to the gods than to the animals, he stole the secret of fire from Olympus and shared it with the mortals. Was his theft justified?
Zeus did not create fire. It was not his own in the first place.
You have forgotten that all deities reside in the human breast. Angered by the betrayal of Prometheus, Zeus punished humankind by creating Pandora. He gave her a box, and when she opened it, from inside escaped sorrow and suffering. All that remained within was hope. What does this mean?
Hope may still be found for Zeus intended for humankind to have hope. It should have been real. It should have been released. Hope is itself an evil, like sorrow and suffering. We are lucky it did not escape. Zeus intended for humankind not to have hope, so it remains trapped. We suffer, but we do not anticipate it. This is a blessing, as Zeus intended.
Those who seek hope should ask themselves why it was imprisoned with the world's evils. Creature of clay, you stand before the fire. Will it make you whole, or will it destroy you? Consider the shadows cast by the flame, but do not mistake them for truth.
Don't fucking shoot me!
Guys, look at my stream. The beam 1K activated is connecting to the pyramid.
That looks like a massive amount of power.
We need to talk about what just happened. Thoughts?
I'd say there are two distinct issues here. What is the being 1K spoke to, and what is the function of the beam?
Let's start with the Sphinx.
It seems similar to the apparition in New Jerusalem. Presumably the same technology.
What I'd like to know is what we're dealing with, ontologically speaking. Was this a sentient being or some kind of recording?
I think it was sentient. It seemed to react to what I was saying.
That doesn't necessarily mean that it's intelligent.
Let's assume for a moment that 1K is right, and it is intelligent in some sense. What really matters here is what it was trying to achieve by asking those questions.
I'm just being cryptic to annoy me. It seems sort of threatening, to be honest. It was testing me.
Testing you to what? See if you're worthy?
That's an interesting thought. You solve the puzzles, you get access to the towers, you enable a beam, and if you do it 3 times, you get access to the megastructure.
Maybe, but why?
I don't know. It's a mystery. Don't you like mysteries, Al? Everybody likes a good mystery.
You know what I like? Certainty.
Come on, Al, live a little. We should be careful. We don't know that these apparitions are benign.
I don't disagree, but I still think we should proceed. 1K, keep solving puzzles. The rest of you, as you were.
Activate towers. Yes, sir. Okay. So... Alright. Let's try and figure out how to get that second star. No! It technically exists further. That's interesting. Well, at least these waters are okay. Let me go to the tower, or like to the star puzzle, and just quickly see where it's pointing again. Yeah, I'm off course. I don't know if it's even inherently pointing. I just see this glow. And I go, It really seems to be indicating some sort of thing to do here.
I think we're done here for now. Let's head over to the next site.
I don't think we are. I think there's more to be done, frankly. Maybe if we walk all the way out past the tower, as though it's not pointing at it, but through it, we'll find something. There's this little island. here. Oh. We got places to be, little energy beam. Don't go up. That's right, we're going the right way. Keep going.
Not all things must be balanced. When good is weighed against evil, tip the scale.
Damn. Find my spirit and follow it until it leads you back to me. I suppose I should have read that. Alright, before we call this stream, we got a few things here. There's an ambition expressed by this building, a sense of purpose that I find really admirable. It's big, but it's also intricate, detailed. That feels like a statement. We should explore this building as soon as possible. Looks like there's an additional set of puzzles, protected by golden gates, that can't be accessed yet. Assuming there is some kind of logical pattern to all this, those gates will probably open up once the correct conditions are met. Does that all mean solving all the other puzzles, or maybe something else as well? Hard to know at this point, so perhaps something we should prioritize much later. Uploaded for reference. Blurred. Oh, that's the thing they were talking about. Stars. I've discovered what seems like another mystery to solve. Stars, clearly inspired by the simulation, which are gained by solving puzzles related to these monuments to Pandora, Prometheus, and the Sphinx. Perhaps these stars are somehow related to what Yukut dubbed the astronomical temple. Yeah, they're the power cells to open the precursor door. Doge, permission to share your personal data. Okay, we met in New Jerusalem, if you remember. Spoke to my friends. This whole mysterious island expedition thing has the city a bit on edge. They have some questions for you before I make any introductions. Do you consent to my gathering and sharing of your personal data? Wait, what am I signing up to? Look, my friends just want some assurance that you're the right kind of person. If you want to know what's really going on, you'll have to play along. You can back out at any time, but if you don't engage with the process, then, well, you won't get to engage with the process at all. It's up to you. What if by consenting I miss out on something else? I'll give you some advice, newbie. When your choices matter in this world, you'll know about it. somehow built it. If you face a dilemma and both options look good, then for sure you'll miss out something. But trust your gut and you can't go wrong. This right now is not one of those dilemmas. You should come along for this ride. That's my advice. Well, the number 666 and Doge have never betrayed me. Please don't contact me again. I consent. Good choice. There's 6 questions. Standard venting procedure. We get the best results if you answer in whatever way is most true to you. Question 1. Which is more important for making good decisions? Compassion or knowledge? I reject the terms of the question. Question 2. Is it ever okay to lie or misdirect in order to keep a secret? I don't know. It's difficult to translate our infinite reality into binary language. Nonetheless, I suggest if you have any natural inclinations towards either idea, you answer that way, even if it's not strictly correct. But if you insist, I'll communicate that your apathy to my companions. I mean, I only existed for a bit. I haven't encountered lying in life. Question 3. When people do wrong, do they deserve to be punished for it beyond what is necessary for our own protection? No one deserves to be punished unnecessarily. I dislike the question. I just don't know. Dude, that was I'm glad it's not me that has to answer these. Question 4 now gets metaphysical. In your opinion, can the world be reduced to mechanical parts, or is existence just weirder than we'll ever really know? The universe is reducible to universal basic laws. The universe is weird. We'll never fully understand it. It's both. Of course it is. Look, I don't write these questions. I just ask them. If you don't want to choose one or the other, I'm quite happy to forward that to my friends. Question 5. Can things really change for the better, for good, or do good times and bad times just come around in cycles? Human progress shows that things can get better and stay that way. I don't know if that one was metaphysics or politics, but good on you for giving it a shot. Final question, which is more important to the success of civilization, to respect the lessons of our past or to rewrite the rules for our future? We should not let the future be defined by our past. We should not disregard the wisdom which brought us here. Thank you. We're all done here. Oh, hold on. I've got a last minute addition. It's a weird one. I know who this came from. Alright, question 7. Can praying for something make it more likely to come true? This question is too vague. I haven't got an answer. I haven't prayed yet. I'm very fresh into the world. Kind of an anticlimax to this whole process, but okay. I think that's everything I need. I'll forward your answers to my friends and let you know if any of them are interested. City news. That's not new. This is, 1,000 fossils, Prometheus. Oh, wait, no, this is new. The long-awaited birth of our 1,000th and final citizen was interrupted today by an unknown projection in the skies. The projection, which identifies itself as Prometheus, goaded New Jerusalem inhabitants in indecipherable incantations. In an interview with 1000, he speculated that the projection could be the work of a surviving ancient human. A startling idea. Could 1K be right? The source of the projection was tracked to a remote, mysterious island, and a team led by Byron is now en route, joined by 1K himself. Soon we will discover whether this cryptid is truth or fiction. Mayor Hermanubis, 452, has once again called for calm and promises that New Jerusalem will be safe so long as its citizens do not forget the ideals of the goal and set forth by the founder. The goal's over. I'm born. I'm here. Alright, Prometheus. That's the end of the stream. Sorry, buddy. But we did some good work. I mean, we did everything here except for the gold gate. The gold puzzles, but that's because we can't get into them yet. We have to come back at the end for those, I guess. Hi, Alcatraz.
Everything okay?
What do you make of the Sphinx?
Whatever that being is, it told us that we stand before the fire. That can only be a warning, and I think we should take it seriously. We don't want another new Alexandria.
Another new Alexandria. Well, consider that perhaps the fire may be a symbol of warmth and home. And safety. There is safety in its flames. Fire is like a strange, intense hug that, if given the chance, could envelop. I don't know how I found myself coming back to this gate, but here I am, peering through. Big X on the wall there? See what I'm talking about? That X? Like a whomp, whomp. Anyway. Let's get the heck out of here. Alright, I said I was gonna end stream. I really want to just keep playing Talos Principle, though. I'll probably come back in a few seconds. I'm just gonna go introduce because everyone's now awake, so I'm gonna go say hi to everybody and then probably go, and I'll probably come back down and get back to it, you know? We've got a 5th game running now. We're doing fucking Everhood, Fury, Borderlands 2, Inscription, and now Talos 2. Yo, frog! Fellas, there was a bona fide frog a few seconds ago. Yo! Yo. Bird! I'm more excited about that frog, though. Alright. Oh. That's where we are. Let's go to the mega structure real quick. I wonder at what point we'll go back to the island. Probably after we get the first 3 beams up. Because what I'm guessing it's gonna be, right, is... Let me look at the map again. I don't remember how many sides the megastructure has. Yeah. See, it's got 4 different sides to the pyramid, each with 3. So I think it's gonna, we'll be opening up the pyramid like a giant puzzle cube, effectively. Or a huge-ass pyramid puzzle box. I think that's what it's gonna turn out. Not like, but similar to. Or we'll just unlock quarters at a time. That's my guess. But we'll only be able to find out next time. Maybe. If assuming I blast through 2 areas, which not likely. I'll probably do another area and then be done. But yeah. Till next time. I've been Creature. You've been the lovely chat and the beautiful viewer at home. This has been Talos Principle 2, and it's been fun. See ya. Bye. Bye-bye.